If I had a penny for every single time someone said, "Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to move the assets into my wife's name. Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to move the assets into my husband's name." Well, let me share with you a bankruptcy case that came out of the Southern District of Florida fairly recently. And sometimes you just got to absolutely love the style of the judges whenever they write these opinions. And this one's no exception. Debtor Carmen Belisai, I'm going to butcher his name, sorry, Carmen, is a gentleman who claims to have been unemployed since 1995. All of his personal and living expenses have been paid by his girlfriend, Carol Ann Biello, since at least 1998, parentheses, likely earlier. Doesn't that first sentence just kind of set the tone of the whole opinion? You kind of feel this feeling that the judge is saying, debtor Carmen is a gentleman. Well, he's not really a gentleman because he's been letting his girlfriend support him all this time. So what's the crux of the case? The crux of the case is Carmen, and I'm just going to call him by his first name because I can't pronounce that the last name. Carmen filed bankruptcy and said that he didn't have a dime to his name and he hasn't worked since 1998. Or I'm sorry, since 1995. And that he's been taken care of by his girlfriend. And they've lived a fairly good lifestyle. Once again, the opinion goes on to say Ms. Bella has been able to support herself and the debtor because she has a successful automobile and towing business. It's been so successful, it's allowed her to purchase valuable antiques, artwork, and to drive nice cars, and to furnish a nice home. But here's the interesting thing. Whenever they quiz the girlfriend about her ownership of the company, and they start talking about, does she look at the financial statements, she really doesn't have a clue. Here's a little dialogue here. They ask her, did you ever review the financial records? And she answers, honestly, I mean, I get them, and so I glance through it, and the accountant picks them up, right up. What financial records do you get? The bank statements. Okay, outside of that, do you get any financial statements or records of the business you review? No. Are you provided with a profit and loss statement at all? No. A balance sheet? Nope. So... Other question. I take it then that over the course of time you've owned this business from 1995 to the present, you have never gotten a balance of the a copy of the balance sheet. Now keep in mind, this opinion came out in 2011. So she is saying that in, what is that, 16 years? I'm lousy at math. It might even be 16 years. She hasn't received a balance sheet. Absolutely incredible. Then they go on to ask about pricing. How she came up with the pricing of the business. Let's find where that is. Well, I can't find that particular interchange, but whenever they're asking her how she came up with the pricing of the business, she said, oh, some people told me. She doesn't say exactly what people told her how to run the pricing, but the inference you're getting here is that the debtor, the guy who filed bankruptcy, was really the one who ran the business. Whenever they asked the girlfriend how long she goes to the business each week, she says, oh, it pretty much takes up all my time. I spend at least 20 hours there a week. 20 hours. Then they ask Carmen, and Carmen, it seems like, is pretty much there every waking moment. So, what we have here is a case where the judge looks things over, the judge bangs down the gavel, and they make a determination that Carmen, and not his girlfriend, was the true owner of the business. In this case, it's called the equitable owner of the business. So, moral of the story number one, what is the takeaway from this case for you? Takeaway from this case for you is this. Don't put assets into your spouse's name. Don't put assets into your girlfriend's name, into your boyfriend's name, and think that they are protected. If they can go back and prove that you are the true owner, you are the equitable owner of these assets, the bankruptcy court can make that determination, and that's going to cause a lot of problems for you. What problems are those going to cause? In this particular bankruptcy case, they threw this case out of bankruptcy. They said that Carmen could not file bankruptcy, so now his creditors can come running after him. Now, here's the interesting thing. Whenever the bankruptcy court makes a determination like this one did, that Carmen is the true owner of the business, that decision is given legal effect in subsequent legal decisions. The fancy Latin phrase is, it is res judicata. that situation has already been determined. It's already been adjudicated. So now the creditors of Carmen, they can now take away his business. And if Carmen says, wait a minute, you can't take away my business, or I'm sorry, you can't take away the business. It's not my business. It's my girlfriend's business. All they have to do at this point is point to this bankruptcy case and say, a judge has already made the legal determination. This is your business. Since it is your business, we're taking it away from you. You can't just move assets into someone else's name and have true control and ownership over them without getting caught.